Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead television series leading up to the start for The Walking Dead Season 9. In this one, we're going to be doing a sort of dead update, giving our thoughts on some of the recent news and articles surrounding The Walking Dead television series leading up to Season 9 from this week. Alright, and spoiler warning, if you guys are not caught up for the Walking Dead television series, we'll try to keep this one mainly geared or focused towards the original Walking Dead series because, I mean, we don't have that long now. You know, the wait is almost over. We're getting closer to the release because this year it does sound like Season 9 is going to be starting kind of earlier in October than usual, and so we don't have that long. You know, basically, if you want to count it in terms of Fear the Walking Dead episodes, we have, I think it's, 6 episodes left, right, of the season, because we've seen 2 out of the 8. So 6 episodes left, for Fear the Walking Dead. Then we'll be right into getting things ready for The Walking Dead Season 9 to start. And I am very excited for this season. Some people have been asking, for example, Epic Zombie Killer, so thanks for asking, dude, about The Walking Dead Season 8's Blu-ray DVD release, which is just hitting. So, I want to pick up my copy of that. I usually do kind of an in-depth review each year where I buy the Blu-ray or DVD. We go through the deleted scenes. We go through all the features. And then I kind of review it with you guys to let you know whether or not it's worth picking up. I mean, at this point, it's for the 8th season release. So, if you've been buying it all the way through since Season 1, you're probably going to want to buy, Season 8 to add it to the collection. That's the state that I'm in. It's like, you're probably going to buy it anyway. So I'll try to get that soon. And once I get a copy, I will go through it, and then we'll do a review in the next probably week or two with you guys. There's also some stuff that it looks like in September they're going to be allowing all of Season 8 of The Walking Dead to be seen on Netflix, so that'll be hitting Netflix if anybody wants to watch it back. But I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen all of The Walking Dead Season 8 through. I mean, I've seen it all the way through at least, a couple times every episode. And it's not a bad season considering how much hate Season 7 and Season 8 get. It's like when you look back at them, it's like they're really not that bad, It's like, is it really that bad? I don't know. But that's a matter of opinion, and I don't want to. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's whatever people think. So the A to be answered. So the first one for this one is that the A, it sounds like, is going to be answered in The Walking Dead Season 9, or what it means. So for you guys, Angela Kang has said this. I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. The significance to the letter A. So if you guys haven't seen this or you don't know what I'm talking about, throughout the series, throughout The Walking Dead, we've seen various different items have the letter A on it. So some people have thought that it meant, Alexandria. Some people figured it meant asshole when you had Daryl at the sanctuary and he had the big orange A. There's an action figure of it too with the mop. You guys remember when he had the mop and kind of the attire, the prisoner type of attire on, just like rags, like jogging pants and a sweatshirt and the big A and everything. And then there's lots of times throughout the series where they've kind of focused on this letter A. They've never explained what it's meant all the way through, which has always just pissed me off. And then there's the picture of Season 9 where you see the helicopter and it's got a little A on it, right? So it's like trolling us, goddammit. So I want to find out what the A means. This is back since before Alexandria. This is like, was it Terminus and stuff, right? Was it? Oh, I don't know. I didn't even go way back now. But there's been A's all throughout the series, and looks like they're finally going to answer this season what it means. So it says here, quote, Jadis has a new hairdo and clothing, but it looks like she might be up to her old tricks with the walkie and the helicopter, Kang said, or is she? And speaking of the helicopter, you might also notice the 3-ring symbol that's appeared on various items at the Heaps before, and the A we've seen crop up periodically. Yes, there is a meaning to both. No, I won't spoil it now. So there's that. So it's coming, hopefully coming Season 9, we're going to find out finally what that means. So there's a theory about Jadis and about what she's doing. If you look at The Walking Dead Season 8 where she's got Negan, and somebody pointed this out in the comments, and I think it's a great explanation for what it looks like Jadis is doing. It looks like what she's doing is she's got some kind of a system set up here where the helicopter will come by, and if she's able to flag it down in time, it will land, and what she'll do is she'll deliver someone who's recently bitten to the helicopter. So as she had Negan there, and then she had the zombie there, and she was basically getting the cart zombie to bite Negan is what she was going to do, it looks like, and then pretty much take Negan and deliver him to the helicopter, but it didn't land in time, so she basically decided, oh, screw it, I'll just let him go, that kind of thing, because it didn't work. She was going to use him as probably an offering to this military group or whatever it is, who it sounds like wants people that have been recently bitten in order to maybe study them or do something with them. About the only thing I can think of is that they would probably take people that have been recently bitten and conduct experiments on them to see if they could stop it, to see if they could, some kind of cure idea or something like this, which would be cool. So heads up for that this season. Of course, there's always the question of how Rick will end up leaving the series here. So if he's bitten or something like this and then given over to the helicopter, we'll have to see. Or if a helicopter saves him or something, we'll have to see. But at least I like the theory. It fits perfectly, and at least it gives us some kind of information or some kind of idea of what the hell Jadis was doing with Negan in Season 8, and then also what the helicopter, why it might be coming by. Most likely it sounds like, at least based on this theory, that it's picking up people that have been recently bitten, probably to do some experiments on them or try to figure out how to stop the spread, or how to do something like that to stop the create a vaccine or something to stop the virus once someone has been bitten and they start to turn. And you guys can certainly leave a comment below and let me know what you think about that. So pretty excited to hear all of that. And so one other idea that kind of came up was the idea with the trailer, which you can watch now from AMC because they yanked it down. If you guys didn't know about that, they've actually taken down the trailer for The Walking Dead Season 9, which is very bizarre. It's very strange. I can't remember them ever doing that, but maybe they did and I just never noticed it. But it's very strange for them to launch a season trailer and then take it down before the season starts. It's just very weird, and I don't exactly know. But you can still watch it online. Other channels have re-uploaded it, so you can still check it out if you want to see the Season 9 trailer. Maybe they figured it was giving away too much, so they decided to yank it down. But, that's it's just kind of silly. It's like other people are going to re-upload it. People are going to break it down like the videos I've done or anybody else, on YouTube's done. People are going to get those pictures of it, websites and such. You can't really take it down once you post it. It's too late, right? So it's like, but that's what they did. So it's strange. But one of the theories is that the Whisperers may be responsible for blowing up the bridge to mark their territory or separate off the spots. And another thing that we're seeing happening this season, as we see the Saviors, it looks like, and the Survivors, the joint Survivors, kind of fighting against each other in somewhat of a civil war kind of going on here. Not a full-fledged all-out war like we saw in Season 8 and the second half of Season 7, but maybe a small skirmish, civil war type of thing going on here between them. One of the ideas, or one of the best theories, is that the Whisperers could be blowing up the bridge and causing trouble and maybe killing some people and doing stuff like this, and then they may blame each other. So the Survivors may say, oh man, the Saviors had to do this, right? The Negan writing and stuff like this, Negan save us and stuff. And then, vice versa, if something happens to some of the Saviors, they might think that the Survivors did it. So you may have the Whisperers here that are actually causing inadvertently them to think, and they don't trust each other, so they could be inadvertently here causing the trouble between the groups. And because you have Whisperers from the comic book series, they basically mark their territory, they're big on territory, and it does make sense that they would do something like blow up the bridge, because I don't think the bridge could be it would fall down like that due to natural causes. I know it's been a while in the zombie apocalypse, and there's no one to maintain it, but I just kind of don't think that would normally happen. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I really like that theory as well too, and I think that's probably what we'll see. It sounds about right to me, so I like it. And I think that's probably something what we'll see is all these elements coming together, and then the groups fighting amongst each other because they think each other did it, whatever it is, something that happened, and yet it was really a third party. Meanwhile, they're fighting amongst themselves and weakening the group as a whole. Meanwhile, the Whisperers are just building in terms of number and getting stronger and stronger and stronger in the meantime. And then there was also one here which I thought was kind of interesting or kind of cool from Lennie James, of course, who's now in Fear the Walking Dead, but it's still Walking Dead topic because, of course, he was Morgan in the original season of The Walking Dead and all the way through up until now. So it's kind of cool. I'll put the info in the description that originally it sounds like he thought, and like maybe the whole crew thought, that The Walking Dead was going to fail, which is kind of cool. It says, in fact, the general feeling when we were doing the pilot was, this probably won't go anywhere, but if it does, we might give you a call and you might come back. So it's like you maybe maybe Morgan will come back. So that was all I knew right at the beginning. So that's kind of cool that going into the series, when the series first started, they really weren't sure if The Walking Dead was going to work at all as of the first season. They didn't even know if it was going to get a second season, a season 2, or what have you. And then it also went into a little bit here that Morgan would even come back. Like, he probably didn't even know. And it's true that we didn't really know for sure either if they were going to be able to do that, and if the series was going to get that many seasons. Who knew, right? Like, who knew? And it also says that it was only really in season 2, and then when it went on to Netflix and people caught up on Netflix, that it turned into the phenomenon that it's turned into now, James said. But at the beginning, they said this character comes back in the comic book, so he might come back in the show. But if I got a dime for every time someone said, your character's coming back, I'd be a millionaire. I'm surprised he's not a millionaire. Especially after going to Fear and carrying Fear and everything, all the series he's working on. He's probably getting close anyway. At least probably halfway or more. Anyway, but it is what it is. So that's kind of cool just to think back, like when the series first started, that even Morgan was like, and kind of the whole sense about it was like they weren't even sure if it was even going to fly, like even succeed at all. And it's become like an absolute worldwide phenomenon. It's also interesting that he equates some of that to Netflix, because I never really thought about it that way. I always thought about it like The Walking Dead was a season by season, word of mouth, quality kind of growth, where it was like people were just, people would see it and then they'd tell other people about it and then they'd check it out, or maybe they'd see some replays, reruns, and then they'd get into it, and then it just like, it was so good that it just spread like wildfire to the point where every season it'd just be tick, 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 and it just get popular more and more and more up to season 5 and 6, and then eventually started to kind of come down the other way. But yeah, man, it really seemed like to me, that was kind of what was responsible for it. But hey, Lennie James knows this stuff. I'd have to look back at the Netflix, when it hit Netflix. But, I really do feel like the series is of that great a quality that it deserves every bit of success it's had, and then some. So that'll be it for today's video for the original Walking Dead series, getting ready for Season 9. Probably check back in about a week or something for another Dead update with you guys. Just, like all the different little things that are coming out that don't necessarily, substantiate one video all by themselves. But we can kind of put them all in together, give our thoughts on some of the recent stuff. There's also some stuff this week on Maggie. Angela Kang had given her thoughts on Maggie and, that. But I didn't really find too much useful about that. But it sounds like 6 episodes, and then she's going to be gone anyway, and the door will be left open for her to come back. So we kind of already knew all that stuff anyway. So it looks a little bit different stuff. It's like, whatever. Anyway, that'll be it for this video, guys. If you liked it and you want to see more like this next week, or maybe later on this week, if we get any bigger news, thumb it up below. And if you want to see that Season 8 Blu-ray review and everything, also let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, thanks for all your support, guys. Keep subscribing if you're new, and all the good stuff. I'll have another Fear video for you guys probably in the next couple of days. That's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.